This week for our cooking segment on Suncoast Cuisine, I decided I'm feeling very festive. Whether it's a Cinco de Mayo celebration or just a patio party, I want to combine a lot of flavors, and that means I want to make a special cocktail to go with it. Sangria always works. Now I have a couple real cute tricks of the trade to get you started. First of all, cut up whatever fruits you happen to have. Oranges, leave the peel on because it's going to extract great flavors. I have limes, I have pink lady apples, sometimes I even put in pear and plum. Often with sangria, people like to add lots of ice cubes, but it's going to water it down because the main components to sangria are your flavoring, your fruit juices, and your wine. This really is worth it, folks. It's about $12 a bottle. I get it at Williams-Sonoma. I buy 4 bottles at a time, so I always have some. To make it non-alcoholic, just pour this in a pitcher with all the fruit and the frozen berries and peaches that I'm going to show you about, and add a little soda water. So shake this up, and we're going to pour about 3/4 of the bottle, always saving some for somebody that just might want to have a little something, like I said, with the soda water or tonic water. Then you're going to pick out a dry red wine. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Spanish wine, but you don't want to use something like a Merlot that's going to be a little bit too fruity. Here's another fun thing that I love to do. Depending on the time of year, I might add a little brandy. Or right now, since I'm thinking about Cinco de Mayo celebration, and even though this is more Spanish influenced, I'm going to add a little Cointreau, which is the orange liqueur, because later on I'm also serving frozen margaritas with my chicken and shrimp fajitas. Now, just to quickly swirl, watch this. Instead of those ice cubes I was telling you about, I'm going to use frozen mixed berries. Buy a decent brand that you know is going to hold up that is not in syrup. Then, instead of the ice cubes, I want you to buy frozen peaches. And just pull them out of the freezer just 5 minutes before you're going to use them, and chop them up, just a little chop here and there, and that's going to go in your sangria. And guess what, folks? That's going to keep it nice and cold, and it's not going to water it down, and that's what we want. We want those great flavors coming together. I'm going to give it a slight swirl. And then, since it's all about presentation, I found the most amazing glasses. You can go on their website, which is www.designsbylolita.com. And they have all sorts of different glasses. Isn't this fun? Whether it's a retro cooler, or they have glasses for a wedding toast, or a pink cheetah girl, it comes in this container. This is fantastic. So maybe you want to write down my recipe for homemade sangria and buy a few of these as a wedding gift, Mother's Day gift, birthday present. It's just really fun. Now when you pour your sangria, you always want to make sure that you get a little bit of that fruit in the glass too, because let's face it, this is almost a meal within itself. Another little Chef Judy's cooking tip, maybe you want to pour these into a mold and freeze your little sangria, and then you can almost scrape it with a fork and it becomes a beautiful dessert, similar to a sherbet. I'm ready to toast for celebrations with my fabulous Lolita glassware and a fresh chilling batch of sangria.